I went to visit one of the first grassroots charities I selected, who rely only from community donations.
We're visiting the Concordia Children's Service Orphanage today, and they have children from 0 to all the way to primary school age. So I brought a heap of clothes and books and school supplies and toys. So hopefully, they'll get a lot out of it. These kids don't really have anything else except for each other. So something new would be nice for them. And I'm really looking forward to helping in any way I can. So I feel like places like this, they're really helping the ones on the street get off the street and then have a better life. So I wanted to see what you do and what help can we give you ongoing. And
our vision is to find permanent loving families for our surrendered and abandoned babies. Imagine our youngest baby was found inside a plastic bag.
As Chrysler was talking about the abandoned baby Prince, found in a plastic bag, my heart sank and my eyes began to well up.
We're spending here 530,000 pesos every month.
530,000 pesos.
So that's covering all operations, especially for the 2 major programs.
Let's visit the kids, I can't wait.
Let's go.
Let's have a look and meet them. This is Prince. So Prince was found in a plastic bag with its umbilical cord still on. I mean, look at this beautiful baby.
I could not believe anyone could be so desperate to abandon such a sweet and fragile baby. I wanted to take him home. It felt great knowing our contribution of toys, clothes and cash was making a difference in these babies' lives. I can't imagine that any of these precious babies were abandoned or were about to be sold by their parents to potential pedophiles. We went for a drive to one of the worst slums in the Philippines called Tondo. We were warned that it can be quite dangerous and eye-opening to see the amount of homeless people, particularly kids, on the street. There's about 800,000 people living in Tondo, and some are second and third generation homeless people, born without a birth certificate or have any education. We saw more kids without shoes on, unsupervised, walking and playing next to busy highways amongst trucks and cars. As we turned around, I saw a group of kids around 5 to 9 years old begging on a highway meridian strip with no clothes on, no shoes and no adults looking after them. We had just given all the clothes and shoes to the orphanage, so we headed to the markets to buy more clothes and shoes with the hope I could find them later in the day and dress them.
We'll get a tricycle to Quiapo.
As we arrived at the local Quiapo markets, I was in a mission to buy sandals and clothes for the kids I just saw. As we were leaving, I saw more kids at the Quiapo markets that had no shoes on, so I was compelled to give them the ones I just bought. It felt great being able to give them the sandals, but there is just so many kids who don't have these basic needs. I could have spent all day just giving more shoes away. It was apparent everywhere I went in Manila.
We've just gone to Quiapo Market to buy some more slippers and clothes and baby wipes and combs. And I also bought them some toys because they were playing in the mud in the middle of the highway. So
after going to the markets, we drove back and found them. This time some of their parents were there. I asked where their clothes were, and they said they had none. I asked them how long they'd been on the street. They just said years. I asked if they were happy. They said yes, because they were all together despite not having a home or having any belongings. I tried my hardest, but some of the dirt was so entrenched in their skin that it couldn't come off with baby wipes. I also gave them their first toys. It was nice to see them play peacefully with each other. I left the family with some encouraging words and left some cash to help them with their business selling bananas and water. This was such an eye-opening experience for me to see firsthand and help people on the street who have been completely abandoned by society. Coming up next, we visit a family living in poverty who represent many Filipino families doing it tough. I connect with my relatives and visit my old neighbourhood and discuss the poverty situation in the Philippines.